Going on, my big Trucker B family? How y'all doing? I am so sorry. I've been neglecting you guys for the past couple days now. I have literally been driving my head off, driving my butt off, driving my ass off, just non-stop driving. But making that money, it hurts. Just making so much money. Excuse my beard. I have a condition called trichomania, and what happens when I get stressed out or whatever, I start pulling on my beard, and that's why sometimes you guys see patches and stuff. It kind of sucks, but it is what it is. So yeah, let me just jump right into it. We're gonna do a review on a very controversial item that everybody uses. I try not to use it, but I bought one just to use for you guys, because this item costs about $400, and for the better one, it costs about $500 in the truck stop. So I decided to buy one to do a review to see if it's even worth the buy. So let's check it out. In my last video, when I talked about GPSs and Atlas, I was right. That's how I felt about them. I feel that everybody should have an Atlas in the truck, and that's what they should use primarily. However, sometimes a GPS can be a great and useful tool if you use it right. You don't want to end up using it in an area where you're going to end up going on a truck route because GPS told you so. However, I'm starting to think that these people that say, oh, I followed the GPS, I think they're bullshit. Because what I got here, I'm going to tell you the pros and cons of this thing. I have went through some areas that has a lot of no truck routes, and this thing has told me there's no truck routes, no trucks acceptable. It'll tell you, and it starts even puts up a big orange screen saying not a truck route. What I bought is the OverDryve 7 Pro. This thing, well, I've got some good things and bad things about it, which I'm going to tell you the pros and cons of the OverDryve 7 Pro. Now, the OverDryve 7 or the OverDryve 8 Pro is also out, but I think it's like $100 more. You can purchase one of these at any truck stop for about $350 to $400, and you can even get a little bit less online. I'll leave a link down below if you guys decide to want to buy one. So yes, I have finally caved in, and I bought myself a trucking GPS. Let's go through it, shall we? So the OverDryve 7 Pro has a very sleek design, very clean, very tablet-like feel. It's got some grooves in the back with a magnetic connector for your satellite radio, your antenna, and also to power up your GPS. I've noticed the battery life on this is actually pretty decent, especially if you set it to the right settings to keep it, nice, keep you on to have it bright all the time. I have had my heater on in my window, and this thing, it'll heat up, but it doesn't feel like it overheats where it's too hot for the touch. It's actually a very unique feel to it. So when you look at the top here, you got your volume, your home, and your power button. And that's really the only grooves you really got. It does have a HDMI port. It also has a charger connector, and it has an SD card for your drive cam. Now, one of the worst things I have to say about this is the drive cam is kind of a ripoff. The reason being, most drive cams you would expect to have the date, the time, and how fast you're going, and maybe a sensor, for it to go off. However, the drive cam on this, it's not really worth it. But they do have an option for a backup camera in case you want to put this in your car. So you click on the drive cam, and really it's just your basic camera. That's all it is. It's just like any other camera. It's just basic, and if you drive, over 65 miles an hour, it starts to lag. It's not the best drive cam I've ever had. It's nothing really too serious. Now, let's go through some great features that this thing has. So we'll go to the communication. When you have this thing connected to your Bluetooth, it has a hands-free mode where you can use the phone and use the text. It has a speaker, but you can also connect your Bluetooth headphones to it to just use your Bluetooth all on the GPS without even having to touch your phone. Can it be an inconvenience? Yes, because what's the point? I mean, you got your phone there, but it's all hands-free. But there is a catch. You cannot use this while your map is up, or I haven't been able to. But it is what it is. Now, your maps. As long as you keep them updated all the time, you should be able, you keep your map updated, you're good. It comes with a lot of awesome features. Where to go? I have to get it up here. A lot of great features for, your travel time. Where you're at, gives you the temperature, your miles per hour, your elevation, everything all on the map. You can save your fuel stops, create your plan. Like, it's just like any other Ram McNally. This thing hasn't lagged on me yet. It's been very smooth, very quick to the touch, and so far worth the price. So far for the cons has just been the drive cam. Drive cam, not even worth it. If Ram McNally or somebody from Ram McNally is watching this, I suggest adding a speedometer or something on the drive cam to show the date, the time, and how fast you're going. In case there's a collision, you have a way to back it up. I have went to the settings myself and I've looked, and in the settings there's just a video quality, record audio, break video in multiple segments, and that's it. So yeah. Now as for entertainment, this thing has a pretty cool little entertainment feature. Now if you have an SD card, you can upload your own music on here on your SD card, put it on the GPS, connect your radio to it, boom. You also have a Bluetooth player, which is amazing because you connect your Bluetooth to your phone, play your stuff off the phone, and then you have an FM transmitter, which everybody knows it connects to your radio without any cords, and it just finds the radio station. And then of course you got Sirius XM radio. Sirius XM radio, and it comes with 3 months for free. I already have a subscription, but it's just an easy setup. Now let's go to the trucker tools. Now the trucker tools, you get your truck info, anything for your IFTA, fuel saving. They even have an atlas, like an actual atlas, instead of using your GPS. It does have an atlas on here, and it works quite well, very smooth, very quick to the touch. It doesn't have any issues with lag and that's what I was expecting when I seen this kind of tablet. Like, it doesn't lag that much at all. So very awesome. Also with the truck tools, they got the calendar, calculator, quick planner, notes, and then you have the truck and smart, and then your unit converter, and then you can export your data to the computer. It's also got the truck info for your truck. You just put your truck info in, and that can help you with certain laws in certain states and so much more. And then of course you got your status for your fuel. So for me, what I got in right now, my miles average 62 miles per hour. Maintenance, it shows like the maintenance, the odometer, and all that, but that's for the loaded. Now if I go to fuel, it did not update my fuel, but I can manually put that in there. It should update. But yeah, but it does keep track. So far for my mileage, it shows what I've done just within the month I've been in here, on my mileage, which has been 676 miles. So very neat, very cool to have that, especially for you owner operators who's trying to keep track of your miles for IFTA. Instead of having to write, every time you cross the state, this thing will actually do it for you. But I still like to keep track of every state that I cross and the mileage. All right, so let's go more into this thing. They do have apps for it. I have downloaded one app. You do need Wi-Fi signal, cell signal, some sort of signal to upload the apps on here. It uses a special app website called APK Pure or APK Pure. Yeah. You can get an assortment of apps on there. You can even get games, you get Netflix, YouTube. So it works as a regular tablet. But I do not suggest, doing that, because the more stuff that you upload onto your tablet, these things are not really made like a regular tablet would be made. This is a GPS. You shouldn't really need all that on there. The one thing I do have on here that I did download, when you go to the app section, because they do have all your apps, the one thing I did download was the AccuWeather. Because I like having my weather anywhere I go. It's got sound recorder. Do I think this is worth it? Yes. But here's the thing. You get an old average regular Ram McNally, it could do just as much. But sometimes things like this can go out of date. So I bought this for, like I said, $350. Where's that going to leave me in the future when they come out with the OverDryve Pro 9 or OverDryve Pro 10? When they do a system update, is that going to screw me of using this GPS? I don't know. But it's always good to make sure that you have your GPS updated. Now, like every Ram McNally, it helps you find truck stops nearby and all that. So there's my review for the Ram McNally OverDryve Pro 7. I will give it a 7 out of 10 stars, mainly because the camera, not so good. The overusage of apps, and it can possibly slow your thing down if you're using too much apps. I don't think that's really necessary. You can buy any other GPS and don't need those apps. I mean, we all have phones, we all have tablets, we all have computers. I don't think the apps are really necessary. As for the user friendliness of it, well, I'm pretty good with all this stuff. I'm a young millennial. I know how to use tablets and computers, and setting it up, in my opinion, this is just only me, it kind of took a minute to get everything set up just right. So, you know, user friendly, sure. Now, another negative thing is the OverDryve Pro 8 is a little bit bigger than this. As you guys see, about the size of my hand, it does take up a lot of space, especially if you're in a small truck like me. I'll show you guys what I mean. When I set up my Ram McNally, that's about how much space it takes in the windshield. It's not terrible, but the OverDryve Pro 8 does take a little bit more. But the cool thing about this is immediately it's just a little magnet, and it's easy to put on and easy to take off. Yeah, it also has, what I liked is it had a little thing that I actually use for my phone to put it on your dashboard if you wanted to put it on your dashboard. But I just decided to put it on my windshield. Yeah, that kind of looking from far away, that's about what you got right there on how it looks on the windshield. It does take up quite a bit of a gap, but it's not too hateful, and it's still within my windshield. Like, it might look like it's not legal, but I have already been and had a DOT inspection, and they never said anything about it. So yeah, there you have it. I know some people feel that the Ram McNally is probably an overpriced GPS, and I know some people, and I know you're watching this, Charlie, that don't like the Ram McNally at all because you've had your own certain problems. But throughout my time of using it over the past 3 weeks, I haven't had any problems with it. Like I said, the only thing was the dash cam. I haven't had it overheat. It did well when it froze in my truck, and it's a great GPS that I think everybody should have if you have the money for it. If not, get just a regular basic Ram McNally. You don't need a special fancy one. And in fact, they sell one that's about this big, about the size of a phone, with just the GPS and the trucker tools and stuff on it. It doesn't have the dash cam. So yeah, if you guys have the Ram McNally OverDryve 7 Pro, please leave a comment down below what you like and what you dislike about it, so I can also figure out if I'm going to like or dislike, and I can figure out the problems of it myself or be aware in the future for it. So anyway, guys, thank you all for watching my review of the Ram McNally OverDryve 7 Pro. I hope you all enjoyed. If you have any questions, please leave a comment down below. If you like this video, please give it a like, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, hit that bell icon, and then tomorrow we are going to do another review on the Blue Parrot 450 XT. So with that being said, you all have a wonderful day, and as usual, Big Trucker B out.